Warning: starting your day on the wrong foot can have disastrous consequences. Imagine waking up feeling groggy, disoriented, and already behind schedule. For many of us, this is a daily reality. But what if you could turn your mornings around and set yourself up for success? Naturepedic, in partnership with Talker Research, conducted a study to uncover the secrets of a perfect morning routine, and the results are eye-opening. It turns out that 37% of Americans can predict how their day will unfold within the first 10 minutes of waking up. But here's the thing. It doesn't take much to throw off your morning. Forgetting to brew coffee, skipping a shower, or neglecting to drink water can have a significant impact on your day. So what are the biggest morning disruptors? According to the study, these minor slip-ups can lead to feelings of being rushed and scattered. The answer lies in the fact that routines provide structure, predictability, and control, all of which help you mentally and physically prepare for the day ahead. When that structure is disrupted, your brain registers it as a break in rhythm, leading to a cascade of negative emotions and decision fatigue. But what happens when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? The short answer is a bad day. Half of Americans say they can tell how their entire day will go based on how they feel right after waking up. Younger generations are especially attuned to this connection, with 67% of Gen Z and 58% of millennials linking a rough morning to a rough day ahead. The takeaway? How you start your day matters. But why does a bad morning lead to a bad day? One possible explanation is that the first hour of your day shapes your mindset, stress levels, and energy. Thus, when you wake up feeling tired, rushed, or out of sync, it can trigger a chain reaction of negative emotions and decision fatigue that together make it harder to stay focused, patient, or productive. Can you turn a rough morning around? The answer is yes. According to the data, the top things people do to turn a rough morning around include eating breakfast early in the day, getting fresh air, drinking as much water as coffee or tea, stretching, taking a lukewarm or cool shower, exercising before going to work, and spending less than 10 minutes scrolling on a phone. But here's where it gets interesting. Regardless of gender, the top 3 ways to improve a morning were the same. Eating an early breakfast, getting fresh air, and drinking just as much water as coffee or tea. These simple habits stood out across the board as the most effective ways to reset and reclaim the day. While it's helpful to know how to bounce back from a rough start, the best mornings are the ones that don't need fixing. That's where routine comes in. On average, it takes about 25 minutes to feel fully awake, and most people build a morning routine that lasts around 30 minutes. Just enough time to fully wake up and move through the habits that help them feel ready for the day. But what if a great morning starts the night before? As much as people focus on what happens after the alarm goes off, the truth is, better mornings often begin long before that. In fact, most people agree that a good night of sleep is the real secret to a good day, and the data backs it up. Sleep well, wake well, live better. It's a cycle worth getting right. Most adults believe their day would be better if they got the perfect amount of sleep, and this is especially true for Gen Zers. But how many of us are actually getting it? When we asked people to compare how much sleep they typically get versus how much they wish they got, the gap was impossible to ignore. The majority report sleeping between 4 and 6 hours a night, even though most say their ideal would be 7 to 9 hours. And while many believe hitting that sweet spot would make their day better, only a fraction are actually doing it. The struggle for better sleep, very real. So how can you give yourself the best chance at rest? Many people rely on small, familiar habits to help them wind down, such as watching TV, reading, pouring a glass of water, or putting fresh bedding on the bed. These routines create a sense of calm and consistency, helping signal to the body that it's time to rest. The takeaway? Better days begin with better sleep. From the first few minutes after waking up to the small habits we rely on before bed, one theme is clear. How we structure our routines matters. A consistent morning sets the tone for the day, but real energy, focus, and resilience start the night before. With enough rest, the right habits, and a space that supports deep sleep. Because when you sleep better, you live better. Now we want to hear from you. What's your morning routine like? Do you have any tips for turning a rough morning around? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're struggling to get a good night's sleep, what's holding you back? Is it a busy schedule, a lack of routine, or something else entirely? Let's discuss. But here's the question. Are you ready to take control of your